Hi everyone, today we have a 50-minute Pilates Flow workout. So we're gonna get started on our mat with our legs a little bit wider than our hips. Turn out from your hips slightly, that way you have a little bit of rotation. Keeping your hands on your hips, lower down into a squat and then come all the way back up. So as you lift on up, you wanna focus on keeping your chest nice and open and engaging your glutes. Again, lower and lift. Think equal weight between both of your legs as you take it back down and then up. Again, lower and lift here. And press. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2. On this last one, stay low. Little pulses here and press. You can reach your arms up and overhead if you'd like. Feeling that connection, slight connection through your core for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up. Take your legs out to a wide second position. So now finding that rotation without forcing it, lower your arms down and then up. Nice big inhale and exhale. So you're bending through both of your knees as you lower and lift. Using your breath to help you with this movement. Again, taking it down and up. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2. On this last one, stay low. Reach your arms nice and long. See if you can sit a little bit lower, keeping those knees right over your ankles. Take your arms in and out, keeping that chest nice and open. Lower and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more here. Finding that resistance through your arms. 2. On this last one, lift all the way up, reaching your arms overhead. Bend your knees and extend one arm down as you reach into that side bend and lift all the way back up. Same thing now, but on the other side. Reach and lift. Keeping your chest nice and open. And again, lower and lift. And press. Taking it down and up. This is 4, 3, 2. Last one here, and lift all the way back up. Now turn your legs so they're parallel. Lift out of your hips, going into more of a neutral spine, hinge forward, and then reach down towards the mat. You can bend your knees if you need to. Just going into that nice fold here to get a nice stretch through the back of your legs. Using your breath to help you with this movement. One more breath. Bend your knees. Gently roll it on up. Or you can also come up in a neutral spine. Okay, so make sure your weights are actually towards the front edge of your mat. Standing right at the front edge, legs underneath your hips. Step back with one leg to go into a lunge, lifting your heel off the mat, lower and lift. Taking it down and up. You can add the arms, reaching overhead with this movement. Using that breath to help you, and lift and press. Down and up. Keep pressing through your feet here. Lower and lift. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, stay low. Little pulses. So you can either keep the arms overhead or keep them on your hips here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way back up. Now you can grab your weights if you'd like. You can do this with or without your weights. We're going to step back into a lunge and do a bicep curl at the same time. So stepping back, lower down, and then bring your feet together. And again, stepping back and come on up. So that opposite knee stays over your ankle. You're engaging through your hip. You're engaging through your glute here. Again, lower and lift. Down and up. 5 more. 4. Pressing through your heel and the ball of your foot. On this last one, stay in your lunge. Hold it here. Little pulses with your arms and your legs again. And press, keeping that chest open. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Now extend your leg. Hinge forward. Reach your arms nice and long. Going into row and then extend. So again, keeping that knee right over your ankle. You can come up a little bit higher, or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, reach a little bit lower in this lunge. Engaging your back muscles here and press. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way back up. So now we have the same movement on the other side. So you can place the weights down, bring your legs towards the front edge of the mat, step back with your opposite leg, keeping that heel lifted, hips are nice and squared off, lower into your lunge and lift. Taking it down and up. Using that breath to help you with this movement. Again, lower and lift. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now stay low, little pulses. Working through your hips, engaging through your thighs. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it in and together. Now you can grab the weights if you did the same thing on the other side. Stepping back and going into a bicep curl at the same time, and then lift all the way back up. So step and curl and lift. So a little balance challenge as you lower and lift. Taking it down and up. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2. Now on this last one, sit low, pulse it out. Keeping your chest nice and open for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your back leg. Keeping the hips level, shift your weight forward. Draw the elbows back and extend. So if you want that challenge, step your foot back a little bit. Sit a little bit lower in this position so that way you're activating that front thigh. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet together and come all the way up to a full stand. Place the weights on either side of your mat. Coming up to the front again. Nice big inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale to release, roll it all the way down. So drawing that rib cage in and together, peeling it down one vertebrae at a time, placing your hands on the floor. You can start to pedal your feet out, just bending right and left here, bending your knees as much as you need to get the release through the back of your thighs. 2 more. Now placing your hands on the mat, walk your feet back into downward dog, lifting your hips up nice and high, pressing your heels down into the mat. Using your breath. One more. Lower down onto all fours now. So going into cat-cow, keeping your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, rounding through your spine, and then lengthening nice and long, finding that nice extension. And again, rounding through your spine, and lengthen to extend. Again, round, and lengthen. Just moving through both directions as much or as little as you'd like. Again, round and lengthen. Last one here. Coming back in that neutral spinal position, pressing away from the mat, extend your opposite arm and leg and hold it here. So you're in this bird dog position, little pulses up, little presses, and reach. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Same thing now, but on the other side, extending your arm, extending your leg, little pulses up, little presses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Now, lowering down onto your forearms, let's go into a forearm plank. So a couple options. You can walk your knees back and do a half plank, but be careful that you're not letting your hips hike up to the ceiling. You want to keep your hips in line with the rest of your body, so you're in this nice diagonal line here. And then if you want to do a full plank, tuck your toes, extend through your heels, and hold. So finding the strength and the power through your upper body, we're going to hold it here. Engage your glutes slightly. Keep drawing belly button to spine for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down onto your knees. Separate your knees, sending your hips back so you get that nice stretch, and link through your spine. Come on back up. So let's find our plank again. And this time we have a little modification. So if you're in a half plank, you can lift your hips up and down, really focusing on that engagement through your abs. If you're in the full plank, you can bend your knees and extend. Ready? Here we go. This is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower back down. Separate the knees, reach back into child's pose one last time. Nice big inhale and exhale. Lifting it on up, coming back onto that all four position. So shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. You can use a weight. You don't have to with these exercises. Also, if your knees are tender, you can always roll up the mat to support them, to give them extra cushion, or you can come up to a squat position so you're in standing. Drive the elbow back into a single row and then lower. Keeping that chest nice and open. And again, press and lower. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now draw your elbow up towards your rib cage. Hold it here and keep the chest open so you're not rounding that shoulder forward. Extend through your elbow and bend. So you're finding that length in your spine. Equal weight through your knees and your opposite arm. And press. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. You can shake out your arm if you want. If you want to take pressure off the other hand, that's fine. So now we're going into half circles. So you'll take your arm towards your hip. Palm goes out to the side, so it's facing down. And then it faces in towards your ear. Circle out again and back in. Ready? Here we go. Reach it out, up by your head, out to the side and in. Again, reach. 3 more here. 3, press. 2, 1 more. And release all the way back down. Nice work. Okay, now we have the other side. I'm just going to turn directions so you have a little bit of a better view if you need to take a glance. Again, staying on all fours. Draw the elbow up and then lower back down. So you're going into that row here. You want to find the strength through your core to help stabilize your knees, your hips, and your upper body. Again, lift and lower. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drive that elbow towards your ribs. Keep the chest open, extend, and bend. So you're lengthening through the back of your arm here, and press. 5 more, finding that resistance through both directions. 2, last one, and release back down. Shake it out if you need to. You can come back onto all fours. And now we have our circles. So taking your arm out to the side, up by your ear, out and in. Again, reach, lift. Again, reach and press. 2 more, out and lift. Last one, and release back down. Nice work. So now you can take a seat on the mat. Make sure your weights are back now, so that way they're towards the back edge of your mat. Start with your knees bent, sitting up nice and tall here. Extend your arms and start by curling that pelvis under. So you're drawing your belly button towards your spine. You're peeling it down 1 vertebrae at a time, reaching your arms overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin, roll it on up. So feeling that rib cage come in and together. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, nice big inhale. Exhale, curl the pelvis under, peel it on down. Reaching your arms up and overhead. Again, rolling it on up. Using your tummy muscles to help you. Now 1 more, peeling it all the way back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Reaching your arms overhead. And now just take your arms down by your sides. Bending your knees, press the back of your arms into the mat for bridging. Now lift your hips up and then lower back down. Really focusing on the control through your glutes. At the same time, you don't want to over control the movement. You want to have fun with it. You want to feel that connection of all of your muscles working together to help build strength in your body and take pressure off of your joints. Lifting the hips back up and down and lower. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lift and release all the way down. Okay, so now take just 1 weight, place it in your hand and extend your arm up towards the ceiling. Start by raising your heels, raising your hips up. Got a little ahead of myself. Now raise your heels, lift and lower. So keeping the hips nice and level, making sure you're not tilting one hip to the side. Again, press and lift. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2. On this last one, lower the heels, keep the hips lifted. Now just take the arm down and back up. Lower and lift. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release your hips all the way back down. So basically this next movement, you're gonna bend from your elbow so your palm is facing in towards your chest, and then extend your arm. So it's a bend and extend. At the same time, you have your hips lifted. You can either do heel lifts, or you can keep your body up in a bridge while you just do the arm, or you can keep your hips down, or you can take your leg across, bending from your elbow, and then extend at the same time. And press. Again, cross and lift. 4 more. 4. Reach. 3, 2. Last one. And then lower all the way back down. Okay, so now just switching the weight out to the other arm. Be careful that you're not overreaching. Plug that shoulder down into the mat. Now lift your hips up nice and high again. Lift the heels up and down. So you're keeping that chest nice and open. Pressing the back of your hand into the mat. Again, lift and lower. And press. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the hips lifted, lower the arm down, and then back up. At any point, if you need to lower your hips, that's perfectly fine. Again, lower and lift. 5 more, finding that resistance through both directions. 3 more. 3, 2, 1 more, and then release your hips all the way back down. Good. Okay. And now, taking your arm across your body, you're going to extend and reach it up towards the ceiling. So you can keep your hips down, you can keep them lifted. You can also cross arm and leg and then extend at the same time. So it's opposite arm and leg here, and then reach. Again, cross and lift. Cross and press. And extend. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release all the way down. Nice work. So if you scooted forward by any chance, you can always readjust and take your body a little bit more forward. Take the weight up towards the ceiling. So now we have a little bit more of abs, engaging your core, taking the weight towards the ceiling. Extend both of your legs nice and long. So you'll see if you take your legs back, you're actually rounding through your lower back here. So you want to make sure that you find a spot where you can keep your neutral spine. You can also lower your legs down a little bit lower to find that challenge through your lower abdominals, as long as you're not releasing and letting go of that neutral spine. Scissor kick your legs, alternating them right and left. Now, if you want to add a curl and lift the chest, so a little chest lift action, you can always do that too. Again, finding the length through your legs and press. This is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way back down. Nice job. So now take the weight up towards the ceiling again. Legs go into tabletop, going into alternating toe taps, taking one leg down and lift, and then switch. Again, reach, and switch. Now as you lower your leg, you can take the weight in towards your chest and then lift it back up. Again, lower and lift. So you're finding connection through your abdominals as your upper and lower body move. And press. Four more here. 4, and reach. 3, 2, and 1. Now keeping both of your legs into tabletop, extending your arms, lower both of your arms and your legs down a couple inches and then lift. So double toe tap here. 5 more. 5. Press. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and then lower all the way back down. Okay, so now placing the weight out to the side, reach your arms out nice and long, extend your legs to get this nice stretch. Nice big inhale and exhale. 1 more. Now you can keep your legs extended, or if you want to bend your knees and place your feet on the mat, you can do that for your roll up. So tucking your chin, peeling it all the way back up. Think 1 vertebrae at a time, sitting up nice and tall. So now turning to the side, we're going into a side lying position. Make sure your knees and your hips are stacked and that you have one weight in front of you. So going into clamshells first, open and close. So you feel that connection right away through your glutes as you lift into the clamshell. Lift and lower. Again, press and lower. 6 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can press both of your hips up towards the ceiling, open into the clamshell and lower back down. So if your arm is tired, you can always rest your head on your hand. You can also just keep moving in clamshells without lifting your hips. Again, press to lift and lower. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release back down. Now extending your leg nice and long. Be careful that that top hip is not rolling back. Lift and lower your leg. So you're finding that length through the front of your thigh here, engaging through your glutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping your leg in line. Lower down so everyone's placing your head on your hand. Reach your arm overhead. You can do this with or without the weight. And now gently open up your leg from your hips. You're getting a little bit of that external rotation. Lift your leg and lift your arm towards the ceiling and then lower back down. So you want your arm and your leg to meet and then lower. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and then release back down. So placing the weight down, keeping your knees stacked again, we're going into a half side bend over. So if you're wondering what that is, everyone is going to come up to their forearm. Lift and press your hips as you reach your arm up and over. So you get this nice little arc through your body and then lower back down. Again, 3 more. Reach and press to lift and lower. 2 more. Good, last one. Lift and release back down. Okay, so now we have the same thing, but on the other side. So if you had your hand resting on your head, you can go into that position, or you can have your forearm on the mat, starting with your clamshells. Lift and lower. So hips are level here. You want to lift out of your side body as you lift and lower. And press. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can lift up both of your hips as you lift into that clamshell position and then lower back down. Again, lift and lower. You can also place your hand in front of you for more support. It's up to you. 5 more, you got this. 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one, and lower all the way back down. Now, extending your leg out nice and long, keeping the hips stacked, lift your leg up and down. So you're finding that length through the front of your thigh here. And press. And reach. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now making sure you have a weight if you used on the other side, resting your head on your hand. Open out from your hip first. You get a little bit of that hip rotation. Taking the weight by your ear, lift your leg and your arm at the same time, and then lower back down. Again, lift and lower. Keeping that chest nice and open. And press. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and release all the way back down. Nice work. So now going into our side bend over, coming onto your forearm, think about your whole body is going to move together versus straining your shoulder or your hips or your knees. You don't want to do that. So think nice big inhale, exhale to lift all the way up and over, and then lower back down, finding that nice arc through your body as you lift up and over, and release. 2 more. Last one, lift and release back down. Now turning to the side, you're gonna lie down on your tummy. So finding the length through your legs, take your hands, place them right underneath your shoulders here. Going into Cobra, nice big inhale. Exhale to lift your chest on up and then lower back down. So pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, lifting your chest on up and then lower. So you're working through the back of your arms here, through your back muscles and through your glutes. Again, lift and press and lower. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2 more. 2. Last one, lift and press and release all the way back down. So now taking your arms out to cactus, you have a couple options. You can do the upper body, the lower body, or both. You want to lift your arms, lift your chest and your legs at the same time, and then lower back down. So think about you're trying to lift and clear the tops of your thighs off the mat as you lift your chest. And press. Nice, you have 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and release back down. Now stacking your hands, you can rest your forehead on top. Now you're just going to take both of your legs up and down. So lifting your legs up and down. You can also alternate your legs if this is a little bit too much pressure through your spine as you lift and lower. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more here, and release back down. So now taking your arms out to cactus again, lift your chest on up, try to extend your arms, bend and lower. Feel free to extend your arms as far as they can go without going into your low back here. So if it's just an inch and then bring it in, that's fine too. And lower. This is 5. Press. 4. Reach. 3. 2. One more here. And release back down. Nice job. So now taking your hands right underneath your shoulders, lift on up to come back to all fours, pressing away from the mat, going into our bird dog one more time. So extend your opposite arm and leg and hold it here. Pulse it up again, little presses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Switch it out, other side, little lift. Press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Take a seat, circle your legs around, and now scoot your bottom towards the edge here and just roll down onto the mat. So you're lying down. You can extend your leg and just take your leg back towards your face. You can also flex your foot. If you have a really tight hamstring, feel free to bend your knee to take pressure off the back of your knee. And just breathe into this movement here, feeling this nice stretch. You want to be careful that you're not moving your leg or bouncing it, keeping it fixed where it's nice and long and extended. And you're trying to relax as much as possible. It's going to help you with the stretch. Now you can extend your opposite leg if you haven't done that already, and then take your leg across your body. So you're getting that stretch through your hip and through your glute here. You can also flex your foot. And just breathe into the stretch. Now you can take your leg out to the diagonal a little bit, finding that length through the back of your leg. You'll feel this stretch a little bit more through your inner thigh. And you want to be careful that you're not lifting your opposite hip off the mat. You want to keep it connected on the mat itself. And then take your leg back towards the ceiling and hold it here so you get that nice lengthening action, that nice stretch. And release back down. So now bend your knees, cross your leg over, going into figure 4. So lace your hands behind your thigh and just gently bring your legs towards your face so that way you're opening up through your hip. Nice big inhale and exhale. Now you can rotate and take your heel down towards the mat, so that way you get a deeper stretch through your hip and your glute here. Take it back through center and then gently lower down. Now we have the same thing on the other side. So extending your leg nice and long, getting that nice stretch. Just breathe on into it. You can either extend your base leg or you can keep it bent. It's up to you. And then extend your leg and take your opposite leg across, flexing your foot. You can also point through your foot, whatever feels better. See if you can lift and take your leg a little bit closer towards your body. And now you can take your leg and open it out to the side. You can also bend your supporting leg if that helps to keep your hip down. And then you can take your leg back up towards the ceiling to find that length through the back of your leg here. And release back down. Okay, so figure 4 on this side, crossing your leg over. You can keep your legs here too if it feels better on your hips, or you can take your hands, place it behind your thigh, getting that nice stretch in. And breathe. Now you can rotate and take your legs over to the side, so that way your heel is going down towards the mat a little bit more. Get that deeper stretch through your hip. And then come back through center, uncross your legs and place them down on the mat. Now just gently rotate your knees to one side. You can turn your head towards the opposite side here. You can also take your arms out to cactus if that feels good. Otherwise, you can just relax your upper body. And now you can do the same thing, but on the other side, rotating your knees, looking over that shoulder. You can close your eyes if you'd like. And then bring it back in through center. So now you have a couple options. You can take your legs and just press down on your shins or press on your thighs to maintain a neutral spine. Do a nice big inhale and then exhale. Breathe it out so you feel that abdominal engagement without straining. If neutral spine is best suited for your body, you can do that. So it'd be hands on your thighs. Nice big inhale. Exhale, press into your thighs. And engage belly button to spine without losing neutral spine. Otherwise, you can hug your knees in towards your chest, bring your forehead towards your knees and do rolling like a ball. So roll it back and then lift, curling that pelvis under. Again, roll and lift using your tummy muscles. So 2 more here. 1 more. And then everyone can meet in a forward fold. So hands down on the mat, lift your hips up nice and high. So just folding your body in half or close to it, lifting the hips, bending the knees as much as you need to. Now shift your weight forward through the balls of your feet. This should feel like a whole new stretch. Lift the hips up a little bit higher. And now shift your weight back into your heels where you can lift your toes off the mat. And now find that nice neutral spot. So your weight is not all back into your heels or through the balls of your feet. Bend your knees and slowly roll it up, or you can place your hands on your thighs as you lift up into neutral spine. Reaching your arms up and overhead. Take your hands behind your head, keeping that chest nice and open. Go into a little bit of extension here. And then bend your knees round and go into that flexion. Again, open up your chest and extend through your spine as you straighten out your legs. And then again, bend and round through. And again, lift, open up your chest. And again, round. And lengthen to extend. 1 more here. Rounding through your spine, bending your knees. And then lift all the way up to a nice neutral stand. Reach your arms up and overhead. So you're going to side bend now, extending your arms nice and long, reach up and over to the side, and lift. Other side, reach, and come back up, and then release your arms all the way down. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.